Look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, I've said before in other videos that bad men get the best out of a woman. The most trifling man, the most hurtful man, the most abusive man, the most disrespectful man gets the very best out of a woman. And then the good men get the very worst. The bad men get the best, the good men get the worst. Meaning that the good man now, after she has been through the bad man, she now has to deal with her broken psyche. He has to deal with her trauma bonds. He has to deal with the fact that she may have more than one child, may still be sleeping with the man. He has to deal that the woman don't trust him, insecure, all kinds of jealousies, all kind of everything, because she done been through the ringer. So this normally happens is after the woman have went through all the bad boys and now she want to settle down and get her life right. But when she get with you, she bring all this emotional baggage and damage and stuff that you have to deal with. Like I say, the good men get the worst out of the women because they choose the bad men and they give the bad men the absolute best because they're going to cook for them if they know how, clean if they're willing to, but they're going to be loyal, take gun charges and stuff. I've said they'll do anything for them. They'll try to build him, try to support him, even if he don't have a job. She just want to try to make him happy and be with him. So I'm going to show you some clips to back up what I've said before in other videos, and we're going to get down into this thing right quick. Hold on 1 second. I'll put on your screen for you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get it, y'all.
Ladies, somebody gotta say it, so you know me, I'ma say it. To all the women, let's be clear that do this. The ones that's housing these ninjas and these male and these so-called men. I don't understand how y'all allowing these males, men, so-called men and ninjas live with you and treat you like shit. Yeah, you cooking, you cleaning, you washing their clothes, you putting gas in their car. And then when you give them your car, you putting gas in your own car. I don't understand. Then some of y'all got some of them that just lay around, don't do nothing, don't even work, but got the nerve and audacity to talk to you like you shit on the bottom of their shoe.
See, it goes back to what I'm saying. She's talking about the worst type of men, okay, the lower functioning men, that small subculture that exists within the black community, the no good, pookie, ray, ray, nook nooks. She's talking about those men. And then she's talking about those women who are loyal to those men, who put up with their trash and their garbage and go to the ends of the earth for those men. So again, like I said, like I'm proving my point, the worst men, the trifling, pookie, ray, ray, and nook nook will always get the best out of a woman. All those good qualities which should be reserved for a good man. But because the women today, they lack discernment and wisdom and understanding, and plus no one is teaching them anything. The older generation of women have failed these women. They're not being trained on the ways of womanhood, so they can't vet a man, they can't pick a man, and they don't understand their worth. They don't understand how to be domestic at all now. So when they find a man, all he has to be is attractive and have swag, and she will bend over backwards and do everything that man say. She will get hurt by that man. She'll get tattoos of that man's name on her skin. And if you do that, you dumb as hell, because most of the time you're going to break up. I've met women who had 5 different men tattooed on them, on the finger, on the back, on the whatever. That's dumb. It's slow. It shows that you're stupid and that you have not had any type of raising whatsoever. Because if you did, your mother would have told you to never do that if you had a good mother or father. You get what I'm saying? That's just stupid. But long story short, they would tattoo the trifling men on their body. Then get a good man and won't tattoo his name on her body. Not saying that that's what she should do, but I want to show you the contrast here. She'll do almost anything for that no good for nothing ghetto rat of a dude and won't do anything close to what she does for Pookie for the good man. Okay? That's what she's describing right now. So she's making my point for me. Let's keep going.
Sitting up, eating up your food stamps, the kids' food stamps. You are giving them, you are giving them a place to stay. Yeah, room and board. You are giving this to them, and they got the nerve to be in your house, talking to you crazy, treating you like shit, coming in and out when the fuck they get ready. What they do that at? I'm just saying. I could be wrong, but I know I ain't wrong. I know I'm right. I don't understand it. Why are they there? Especially if you doing the same thing, helping yourself, doing his part and your part. Why is he there? I know it's somebody out here that need to hear this. Why is he there? If you're doing everything and he's not doing anything, not going to work, not trying to get on a computer and look for a job or nothing, sitting up playing the game all day, ain't taking no garbage out, don't even have no food cooked for you when you come home from work.
Almost as if she's trying to say, if he's not going to act like a real man, he need to act like the bitch and have your food ready, have your bath water ready, because you let them. But here's the thing, y'all. This is a true reality in the black community. There are a lot of women who get men like this and become their mother. Number two, their second mother, and take care of these men, baby these men who ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And again, they'll do all these wonderful things for the bad man, but won't do none of this for the good man.
For work. This the kicker right here. This the kicker. Don't want to go to the corner and make sure the babies get off the bus. Y'all don't understand. That is some disrespectful shit to have a man living in your house. Then you know he's staying out all night. Let me tell you something. Don't no man spend a night over no man's house. I ain't trying to hear none of that, baby. It's 2024. And you allowing this man to come and go when he want to. Then some of y'all, they phone ring 2, 3 in the morning, and you lay there and you don't open your mouth. And you don't even know you got all the control in the world. And especially the ones that say, I ain't even got to be here. Help him not be there. Because you got one time to tell me you ain't got to be here. And I'm going to help you out. I'm going to fix that for you. And I'm one of them, baby. I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what you want. Clean your house. And guess what? They all start clowning when it get hot. All I'm going to say, don't just open the window. Open the motherfucking door. Because fucking with me, you're going to kick rocks.
Oh, who cares? You know what I'm saying? But the long story short, man, she's proving my point. Now, what I'm going to do next, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play I think Kitty Rose. Y'all might have seen this before, I don't know. But I'm going to cut it off in the middle of what she's saying because she's going to make my point. Like I just showed you how a woman, and she's talking, women see this too, how women would bend over backwards for the wrong man, right? And she named a lot of stuff that bad man was doing wrong, didn't she? But this is a everyday reality for most women because they don't have no love for self, man. They don't know what they're doing. But after they get all these babies, these trauma bonds and all these STDs or whatever like that, then they want to come to men who make good money. They want to beg and shit and all this other stuff. We'll get to that at the last clip, though. But let's go to Kitty right now.
So I wanted to share this with you all, and I'm probably going to catch some heat for it, but I decided to go ahead and be open about it. So there's a couple that I helped a couple of months back in regards to the relationship, right? And I knew that it wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to work, but I couldn't tell them that it wasn't going to work. I just had to do whatever I could, give them as many exercises to practice, to utilize in the relationship, to implement, to see if it could work. But I knew deep down in my heart that it probably wasn't going to work, right? And I'm only saying this because I know a lot of times women feel like they can do no wrong. And the crazy thing about it is the man is in an outstanding relationship now.
Now, when a man gets into an outstanding relationship after he comes out of a relationship with some of these women, that lets you know that the woman that he was with was not the right woman. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's keep going because Kitty going to make my point for me. With a nice chocolate ass.
An outstanding relationship now. And the woman is not. She's suffering. She's going through it. So she reached out to me, and this is the story I want to tell you guys. So she goes, Kitty, I did everything that you told me to do, blah, 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 blah. And mind you, I've talked to this man already. He's reached out to me. And everything that I taught them, everything I told them, utilize, implement, he's doing it now in the relationship that he is in. That was just the wrong woman. And I'm sorry, baby, if you see this video, I know I've already told you, you were just not the woman. So she asked me, Kitty, what did I do wrong? And I said, do you want me to be wrong with you? And she said, yes. Okay. So I told her, okay, You had this princess syndrome where you felt like it always had to be me, and everything that I said went. And that if I was not right, he was not going to be happy. You belittled him. You emasculated him. I said, you didn't watch your tone. You reacted before you responded. You didn't take time to comprehend what it was that he was saying. And he heard you nagging instead of actually listening. You waited to play that number plus one game. Okay, this is a number of things that you have done to me that he's telling you. And then you say, well, this is a number of things that you have done to me plus one. You had a warped mindset to where you believe that, hey, it's going good right now, and I need a little bit of attention. So bad attention is better than no attention. Instead of understanding that now you are transitioning into a healthier space. So there's going to be peace. It is going to be serene. But you didn't know how to adapt to peace and serenity because of your chaos from your childhood and your past traumas. You brought
Bingo. Took a while for her to get to it, but like I said, all right, from her. Now, first when she said the woman had a warped idea of reality, all that is called is cognitive dissonance. All right, it's when you perceive something to be real when it's actually not. When you think that you run shit and you actually are not running something, but you really believe that you are, that is an example of cognitive dissonance. All right. Now, the other thing that woman said right there was that her past traumas, her past experiences, basically molded her. It skewed outlook on relationships. It skewed her ideal of what gender roles meant and how to treat a man, how to listen to a man, how to be there for a man, how to be present in the company of a man. So again, this is another woman who actually was with the bad guy, the Pookie Ray Ray and Nook Nooks and stuff, because remember, they get the best out of the woman. After they done destroyed this woman, after she has voluntarily put herself in a situation to be destroyed, now her mind is messed up, her heart is messed up, she got all kind of baggage, all this other stuff. She may be used to simp. These men get the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? Then she found the good man. And I bet you it's probably that man ideal to get couples therapy from the way that Kitty described that woman. Because women like that she described, it sounds like she's narcissistic, selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed, got to have everything her way. You get what I'm saying? Bad men also spoil these women when it comes to attitudes. They don't always spoil them materialistically. They spoil them with their attitudes, man. All she has learned by being with the wrong man, all she got to do is pout, and act mad and all this other stuff. And then the man who ain't worth a damn will try to soothe her some kind of way, give her some D. Because, you know, a lot of these type of women like the makeup sex. They like that because they are, anytime you are a woman who gets off on the fact that you can upset your partner, make him mad, manipulate him to be angry, and you get off on that fact because you know that you're going to get some sex after that, you are an immature woman. There shouldn't be one woman walking around the planet who likes to say, oh, girl, I love to make up after we break up. I love to make up sex. You should be able to say we're just having sex. You shouldn't have to say that you have conflict before you have it. But a lot of you love that chaos. You're chaotic, man. Just another mustard back heifer. That's what you're, a mustard back heifer. Let's keep going.
But you didn't know how to adapt to peace and serenity because of your chaos from your childhood and your past traumas. You brought those into this relationship and you blamed him for the mistakes of your partner. I asked her, do you want me to continue? Because the list can go on.
And that's enough of that. Well, she made my point. Now I'm put on Dr. Peterson because he makes a very, very valid point as well. And I enjoy what he says about women who like men who have a Machiavellian type of personality. Now, if you don't understand what if you don't understand what Machiavellian is, this means it's a man who has Machiavellian traits. That mean that they are men who don't have principles, no scruples, or they're very manipulative, or they're very cunning. Okay, and a lot of women are attracted to that because they think that is one of them. They think it's fearless competence. Like this man gonna break it down a little bit further. But they mistake that. They think when they see those type of Machiavellian characteristic traits within a man, that means that he is a man. In other words, he's just a scammer, a hustler, something like that. That's all it is to be Machiavellian. That's the street way of breaking it down, okay? But they don't understand that the real men who go to school, go to college, get a trade, go to Job Corps, has structure in his life, who's not afraid to rule his home, that's the real man who has Machiavellian traits because he too is cunning. He has the ability to scheme. He has all this stuff, but it's not used the same way that these Pookie Ray Ray and Nook Nooks are using it. Okay, so let's go into it. Hold on a second.
Here's something really interesting. It's the bad boy paradox, they call it, that young, naive women are attracted to those Machiavellian types. But when they get older and more experienced, they start to be able to see through that. The reason...
Exactly. Once they get older, once they become more experienced, after life has beat them up and put hands on them real good, they get tired of that lifestyle. Some of them, not all of them, because trust me, some of them women get addicted to that stuff, that type of treatment, right? But when they reach that, this is when they start looking for good men, and then they start to get rejected by good men based on what they have that they bring to the table. A whole bunch of bastard children from different men, illegitimate children or bastard kids. Look it up in the dictionary. So they're not your little king. That's not your little king. That's not your little princess when you're not married. That's your little bastard. Okay, and you bring a little bastard or two to the table. The table represents the relationship. Now this is, your life is a business, gentlemen. I'm sick of y'all not understanding that, because you're letting these women boss you around and make you think it's not a business. Yes. Even when Jesus was walking around and Joseph was looking for Jesus and stuff, because Jesus had wandered away or went to wherever he wanted to go to, he said something to Jesus, and Jesus said, don't you know I have to be about my Father's business? Your life is a business. You are your own brand. You are the CEO of your life, right? So when you deal with a woman, man, you have to look at it as a business venture. What does she have to offer to your company? Does she support the mission statement of your life? She can't come to your life bringing things that are liabilities, such as other men's children, such as trauma bonds, such as just insecure and all kinds of problems, such as having a need for therapy but is reluctant to get therapy. Your life is a business, and every time you make a decision, you the CEO, you mess around and make her an executive position or something like that where she runs some of your shit, man, you're gonna have hell, man. You got to have someone come to your life, come to the table. The table represents a relationship. She has to come to you with an attitude of submission. In other words, like an employee. You don't want to say that. See, women want to say partners. No, you're supposed to be similar to an employee, because a helpmeet is someone who is subordinate to the other person. You're supposed to be a subservient to that man. That's really what you was made for. If you are a so-called Proverbs 31 woman, you're supposed to be a helpmeet. You see what I'm saying? But you women don't understand that. Anyway, I got off track. I ran a little bit. I'm sorry. Let's keep going.
Through that, the reason they're attracted to it, as far as I can tell, and I talked about this with Bus to see if I was way off on the wrong track, is that those reckless, fearless people mimic real fearless competence. And young women aren't good at distinguishing between the two. And so they get sucked in by the sort of psychopathic recklessness because they think it's fearless competence. Right. And then, of course, the guys who are doing that, they'll prey on that, because they're trying to ape competence. But what the women are really after in their heart of hearts, they might be out for an adventure too, because there's that element of it. But they want that fearlessness that does go along with true generosity and competence, and also the ability to keep, real darkness away.
So yes. So all those clips was to make a point. I speak about it every now and then. I touch on it, but I want to make a video about what I touch on. I want to prove to you that bad men, the bad boys, get the best out of a woman, and good men get the worst out of a woman, especially American women, westernized women, okay? Women from different cultures is not so bad because they got more tact, they're more couth. Our women are uncouth, you know what I mean? They have no restraint, you know what I mean? No restrictions, no limitations. They do what they want. They're very egotistical. They're very arrogant. They're very selfish and self-centered. They are hard-headed. They are stubborn. You can't tell them nothing. You can't correct them. If you can't correct someone, you can't direct someone. I said that many times. Some people are actually saying what I said now, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be directed if you cannot be corrected, because correction is also direction. It guides you back into the area that you're supposed to be in when you wander away from it. So if you can't correct your woman, if you can't scold, if you want to call it that, it might be too harsh for you, which I really don't give a damn, but scolding is another way of saying correcting, okay? If you can't put a woman in her place, which you should, because that's your authority as a man, you do have the right to put a woman in her place, and she has to listen. Women don't want to obey. Women have to obey good men. They obey the bad men. I just proved that to you. So why is it that you can obey a bad man but can't obey a good man? I don't understand that. You are willing to take drug charges for a bad man. You are willing to take gun charges for an old man, for a young man. I mean, not young man, for a bad man. You're willing to do all kinds of things. You're willing to scam, lie, steal, cheat, and some of y'all are willing to delete other people behind a bad man. But when you get a good man, you draw the line at everything. You say, I'm not going to do anything for a good man. You don't respect the good man. You respect dysfunction. You respect chaos. You know, so when you get with a good man, that's why most women, gentlemen, if you got a good man, gentlemen, if you're a good man, and a woman comes to your life and she's used to that type of bad lifestyle, she's not gonna be comfortable there. She's not gonna function with you well. That's why she always starts shit. That's why she always starts little problems, little fires here and there in a relationship, because she likes chaos. She is addicted to anger. She is addicted to hate. She's addicted to drama. She's addicted to drama queen. These women need therapy and a femininity coach at the same time. And I'm gonna tell you something. It takes years for some of the women to get out of it if they can. Sometimes it's such a deep ditch they can't never come out that hole, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So I hope I was able to prove my point about women giving their best to bad men and that women give their worst to good men. It's a sad reality, but I think I was able to prove it. You tell me what you think about this in the comments. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe now. Oh, live stream Sunday, 5:30 Central Time this week. Live stream 5:30 Central Standard Time this week, and I may take Saturday also. You might not get no videos Saturday. Just letting you know. Talk to you later.